Right, so welcome back to another deck profile video. In today's video we are covering Magneticdramon, which has kindly been provided by one of our players from our local scene, so all the credit goes to Dan. Essentially, the deck is crazy strong at the moment, having seen a bunch of recent support in a couple of the later sets. But as always, we'll dive straight into the Digi-Eggs to start with. So starting with a 4-off Tumblemon from EX8, the inherited effects when effects trash this card. From a mineral or rock trait Digimon's Digivolution cards, you gain 1 memory. The fact that this card is not a once per turn effect is kind of crazy, because the amount of memory gain you will get if you get the right setup is insane. But these are the only eggs being run in this profile. And then essentially moving on to our rookies. The first set of rookies we're showcasing here is Gotsumon from EX8. There's 3 of them. It's on deletions. By trashing 1 card with the mineral rock trait from your hand, you draw 2 cards. A lot like a lot of different variants of this kind of card are out at the moment, where you would trash 1 card and draw 2. But this is a bog standard turn 1 card. Its inherited effect is blocker. So it goes hand in hand with some of the other cards that we're going to show in this. Next up, you've got Sinorazimon from EX8. It's essentially the main searcher for the deck, but on play you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you add 1 card with the mineral or rock trait and 1 card with the liberator trait among them, and then you bottom deck the rest. Its inherited effects: when an effect would trash this card from likewise mineral or rock trait Digimon Digivolution cards, you delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. The next 2 of is Sinorazimon from EX10. It's got an on-play effect where essentially you may place 2 cards with the mineral or rock trait from your trash as one of your mineral or rock trait Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Its inherited effect in this case, much like the others where you would trash it from its sources, again you would delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. So this card is essentially very good for recycling elements in this deck. The last set of rookies in this is a 3-off of Sinorizamon from BT23. Its your turn effect is ultimately when you would digivolve into a mineral rock trait, you reduce that digivolution cost by 1, and very similarly to all of the other rookies that we've seen so far, it's basically the same inherited effect where when it would be trashed from a digivolution source, you delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. So moving on to our champions then. So we're going to start with a 2-off of Landramon from EX8. So got a when digivolve in effect where essentially if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 close from your hand without paying the cost. So it's a nice easy way of getting that Tamer out into play. Additionally, its inherited effect is exactly the same as the level 3 variants of this card, where it would be deleted from, trash from Digivolution cards. You would delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. Next up, we got 2-off of Landramon from EX10. It has both an on-play and when digivolving, but by trashing any 1 card with the mineral or rock trait from your Digimon's Digivolution cards, 1 of your Digimon with the mineral or rock trait gains reboot, blocker, and an additional 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Its inherited effect is exactly like the level 3s and the previous Landramon just shown, where you can delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. Lastly, we've got Landramon from Promo. It's got a start of main effect and a when digivolving effect, but by trashing 1 mineral rock trait card from any of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 such trait card among them to your hand, and then you either bottom deck or top deck the remaining cards. Its inherited effect in this case is that when it would be trashed from a source, you de-digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Moving on to the ultimate levels now. So we've got 2 of the Proganomon from EX8. It has no main effects as such, but it just has collision, piercing, and fragment free, where essentially when it would be deleted, you can trash 3 Digivolution cards and it prevents that deletion. Its inherited effect is much like the Promo Landramon, where ultimately when it would be trashed as a means of an effect from its sources, you can de-digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon. 4 of Programmon from EX10. It has a hand main effect where it can ultimately warp digivolve over the top of a Tsunorizamon as long as you have close in play and you tuck under a Landramon from trash. It's on play when digivolving and when attacking. It's not once per turn, but you can trash any one of the mineral or rock trait digivolution cards from one of your Digimon, and then one such Digimon gets collision, piercing, and plus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Much like the previous Programmon, it has the same inherited effect. Going into the Megas now, we've got Pyramidi from EX10, running a 2 of. It's got 2 when digivolving and when attacking effects. The initial one is that you may place up to 3 mineral rock trait Digimon cards from your trash underneath this Digimon as its sources. The second one is by returning up to 3 mineral or rock trait digivolution cards from any of your Digimon. You can reduce one of your opponent's play costs by 2 for each card returned. Next up is a 1 of Blastmon from EX10. It has Collision, Fragment, and Blocker. On play when digivolving until your opponent's turn ends, one of their Digimon gets given Staff main effect, which is that Digimon attacks. All turns once per turn. When Digimon attacks, by trashing any 2 of this Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains Security Attack +1 and 3000 DP until your turn ends. So it's a very aggressive card, especially if you've got the setup. Magneticdramon from EX10 is the boss monster for the deck. It comes with 2 when digivolving when attacking effects. The first one is by trashing 3 mineral or rock trait Digimon cards from underneath any of your Digimon. You delete one of your opponent's Digimon and trash the top card of their security stack. Similarly, the second effect is by returning 3 mineral or rock trait cards from your trash and place it underneath this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution cards, it unsuspends. So it's crazy strong. Moving on to our Tamers, we've got 3 of Close from EX8. The memory setter for the deck, but also she has a Your Turn effect where when any of your Digimon would digivolve into a mineral or rock trait Digimon, you can suspend her and place up to 2 cards with the same traits from your trash as that Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. So she kind of goes hand in hand with the fragment effects, because ultimately you need to have a quantity of such cards to utilize effects. Next up is just a 1 of Close from EX10. She has a start of main phase effect, where ultimately if you bottom deck this Tamer, you can play out another one without paying the cost. And then if you don't have a Digimon, you can play a Tsunorizamon from your trash without paying the cost as well. So she's like a built-in scramble. All turns when effects trash any of your mineral rock trait Digimon's Digivolution cards, by suspending this Tamer, you gain 1 memory. So the last set of Tamers then in this case is Close from the promo range. Start of main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, you gain 1 memory. So all turns effect is when effects trash Digivolution cards from any of your mineral rock trait Digimon, you can suspend her and then place 1 such card from your trash as any of those Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. So again, keeping the momentum up with regards to recycling the inherited sources as such. So moving on to option cards then, we have Unique Emblem, Gravel Hearts from EX10. The main effect for this card is that you either play a Tsunorizamon or Close from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and then leave this card in the battle area. The delay effect only occurs if Close suspends, but one of your mineral or rock trait Digimon may digivolve into a mineral or liberator trait Digimon with the cost reduced by 3. So yeah, it's like a hidden potential almost. Next up is a 2 of Black Memory Boost. You reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. You add 1 Digimon card that is black in colour to your hand, and then you place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. And then you leave this card in the battle area. It then comes with a second main effect. In this case, it's a delay of just simply gaining 2 memory. So we're going to move on to our second from last option card in the deck. We're going to move on to a playset of defense trainings from the promo range. The main effect in this case is you reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. You add any 1 black card among them to your hand, and then you return the rest to the bottom of the deck in any order. Then you place this card in the battle area. The delay effect in this case is that one of your Digimon may digivolve into a black Digimon card in your hand for its Digivolution cost. But when it would be digivolved by this effect, you reduce that cost by 2. And then last but not least, is just a single copy of Black Scramble. The main effect in this case is that one of your black Digimon may digivolve into a black Digimon card in your hand with the digivolution cost reduced by 3, and then you place this card in the battle area. At the start of your turn, you can, if your opponent has a Digimon, you activate Delay. You can return one black Digimon card from your trash to the top of your deck. And if you don't have a Digimon, you may play one that's 2000 EP or less from your trash without paying the cost. So that's it. That's our 50 card deck profile. A huge thank you for Dan for letting me share this on his behalf. This is a monstrous deck. The amount of de-digivolving, memory gaining, deletion it has is just insane. And it's always a concern to even think about going up against a deck like this. But as always, deck profiles on the screen, copy and paste it, like the video, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.